Hi everyone, it's John Valtieri here with this week's Power Shot. We've been talking about the questions that we need to be asking throughout the listing process, and today I want to tell you a story which was not one of my finer moments. And the story goes like this. Back in the day when the internet was just starting to explode in real estate, I was doing my best to stay ahead of the technology. And so I implemented internet strategy into my marketing campaign for listings. And I go out on the listing appointment, husband and wife, and the woman was the one who was very vocal and kind of running the appointment. And she asked me whether or not I marketed properties on the internet, and I couldn't wait to tell her, oh, we got this camera, da 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 da, and if people are up in Mars, they can come down and see your property here on the internet. And so after I finished my song and dance about how great I was at marketing property via the internet, she turned to me and said, John, we don't think that this is going to work out. Notice the we, her husband didn't say a word. And I said, well, why is that? We were getting along so well. And she said, because we don't want our property on the internet. We have a lot of valuable things in this house, and we just don't want to be advertising them all over the planet. And I said, no problem. We don't have to put it on the internet. And she said, no, it seems such a centric part of your marketing plan that it's just not going to work for us. You should probably go, right? So she said, man, long ride home. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was, like I said, not one of my finer moments. So what we need to be doing, guys, is asking this question before we plunge into the marketing stuff that we do. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we do a lot of things to get your property sold for top dollar via marketing. Is there anything that you absolutely want us to do or absolutely do not want us to do before I get started here? Ask that question. You don't know what's behind the curtain. If you do a lot of social media stuff, believe it or not, there's some people, the boomers, they don't care about that. If you are not someone who does open houses, well, they might care about that. You get the idea. So today's Power Shot takeaway is simply this. Before you start talking about what you do to market a seller's home, you're going to ask this question. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, there are many things we do to market your home and get it sold for top dollar. Is there anything that you absolutely want me to do or absolutely do not want me to do? And you won't get into trouble that way, like I did. So if you know anyone who might benefit from this week's Power Shot, please pass it on. And in the meantime, get out there, chop wood, carry water, and do it like you mean it. God bless.